My name is Aria Lahader, physical therapist, Pilates studio owner, Pilates instructor. And today I'm just going to review basic bridges, not only for our Pilates Sunday clients to perform at home, but for any of you that are wondering how they can do bridges safely, particularly if you have low back pain. So we're going to start lying on our backs. We're going to bend our knees quite a bit here, bringing your heels back towards your sitting bones. Oftentimes people cramp in their hamstrings when performing bridges, and one of the ways that we can counteract that is by bending the knees more. If we have our feet out further away, we're going to be biasing our hamstrings and more likely to cramp. So we'll bend our knees a lot. And we're going to start with a non-rolling bridge. So what I mean by that is we're going to actually lift our hips as one unit and start to press into the heels of both feet, lifting up and engaging through our buttock muscles. Almost imagine like you're squeezing your glutes toward the midline of your body. And then to take stress off the lower back, I'd like you to think about reaching your knees over your toes. So you're creating this lengthening, this decompression. And this does not have to be a high bridge. We are not in an extended yogi bridge up on our shoulder blades. We're down bearing weight through more like the lower part of our rib cage, the mid part of our rib cage. So this should not be felt in the low back, and this should be felt mostly in your glutes and then active abdomen. And we'll just practice a few hip hinge, lowering the hips as a unit, lifting and lengthening. This is just step one, just non-rolling bridge, stabilizing our low back and working our posterior chain. And then we can progress this to a march where you start to lift one leg up to hip height, maintaining level pelvis and lowering back down. Alternating sides here, and even trying to keep the pelvis stable as you place the foot down and transition to the other leg. You can perform anywhere from 5 to 10 repetitions on each side, but quality of movement is more important than quantity. And then the next progression would be to stay on one side. Again, really making sure the hips stay level and just extending that leg out, bending that leg in. And I'm working my left gluteal as I do this, my stabilizing side. And then taking it into one more challenge here now. Keeping both legs bent, single leg bridge to lower, and then to lift. Really thinking of creating length of this knee that's up in the air. It could also be your foot if you have the mobility. And then exchanging sides. Now I'm going to work my right glute, stabilize on the right side of my pelvis, use my hands as much as I need into the mat, extend my left leg out, maybe exhale, inhale in, 2 more. And this is usually where we find out if we have one side that's a little more challenging or weaker than the other side. Single leg bridge now, I lower my hips as a unit, lift as a unit. Good. You may feel your hamstring work a little bit with single leg bridge, but you're trying to let the gluteal take the majority of the work. And then we'll place the foot down to even out and lower the hips as one unit. And you could do that whole series a few times. I would love to hear comments below if you perform bridges or you like other variations with small props. Also follow us on social media. Hit the bell icon if you'd like to see more educational content from Pilates Santé. Thanks so much and have a great day.